Let's see, we have next up Julia Kirouac, founder of Nude Food. Let's go, Julia.
Great. Hey guys, so my name is Julia, as he said, and I am the sole owner, founder, and CEO of Nude Food Inc. My company creates, I'll get my slide up here. There we go. That's me. So my company creates organic, raw, vegan, gluten-free, grain-free, tree nut-free, sugar-free, and paleo snacks. So we pretty much hit every growing trend and buzzword, and it's run by a millennial. Hey, so that's another perk. But anyway, so we have a mission, which is very simple. We want to just obviously bring some food transparency back to the food industry, which is why so many of my peers obviously were compelled to start their own food businesses. And as a nutritionist as well, I also felt very compelled having a really deep nutrition network as well with other practitioners. We found it really difficult to get our clients to actually eat healthy. The biggest excuse we always hear is convenience. And for myself, I knew as a vegan and a gluten-free person with some dietary restrictions, it was really difficult for me to find snacks, even in health food stores, in the weird sections back in 2010 when I founded it. And before, it was really difficult for me to find anything that tasted really good and was good for you. There was just kind of that disconnect. There was baked goods and things that were really sweet and sugary, or there were these really weird green, raw snacks that didn't really taste the best. So I wanted to make something that actually tasted good, and hopefully some of you guys have had a chance to taste those today. So on to the snacks themselves quickly. So we do a sweet line, and this is the one that I kind of started with. I was kind of a bit of a candy ass myself, so I am drawn to sweet things. So I really wanted to create something that would kind of satisfy that sweet craving without having any sugar added. As still in the industry today, there's a lot of sugar added, and it's very prevalent. So I really wanted to bring something that would, again, like I said, be sweet and indulgent, but still have carbs, fat, protein, and good fiber, all intact with all the micronutrients, and being a raw product as well. It's really maintaining that enzymatic and nutrient density. So it was really important for me, if I package something, it had to be at the utmost nutrition, and raw foods is at the peak of what can be attained there. This also won us a Next EU nomination in 2014 at Expo West, which we were really ecstatic about for the texture alone. A lot of raw products are really hard and kind of break your teeth, so this was a really light product. Our new ones, which aren't available in the United States yet, yes, I am a Canadian, watch out. We are national in Canada, and we are sold in the SOPAC and just getting into NorCal through UNFI. So we're in Whole Foods, Thrive Market, and some other really great retailers, of course. The savory ones aren't here yet, but these I'm really excited about because they are extremely unique in the base and the texture. It has a grain-based cooked kind of texture without any grains at all. So the paleo peeps really love them, and we're getting great feedback back in Canada on them. And so 2016 has been really fun, and everyone always cringes when I tell them what we've just gone through. We went through a pack change. So we had a UPC change. We lowered our grammage to position ourselves to be more competitive and to be positioned for 2017 through growth into different channels, which of course all natural products are going to be doing, so or are doing, I should say. So that was really important for us while we were kind of contained and small to kind of bite the bullet and kind of get it done before we were national and taking a much higher risk. So this is kind of how it went from ghetto fabulous to some printed bags, and we're really excited. We've also acquired some new facility space and doubling production, so we're really excited about the foundation we've laid and moving into 2017. Thank you. Thanks, Carol.
Great, so thank you so much. So judges, let's turn it over to you. What did you think? What are your thoughts on taste? What are your questions?
I love your packaging pivot. Nice job.
Thank you.
What is your biggest barrier as you see right now?
So the biggest barrier for us has always been production. So we have our own facility. Whenever investors or anyone has met with us, they're always like, why aren't you using a co-packer? And I always say to them, I'd love to, but they don't really exist to make a product that's nut-free, organic, and raw. So we do everything in-house, like other raw food manufacturers, which is totally okay too. It just creates a little bit more difficulty for scaling really quickly. So we've had really sustainable organic growth, and as I said, I'm a sole owner, so all the funding has come from within the business as well. So that's also been a little bit of a hurdle for quick growth. Obviously lots of mistakes and learning curves, but it's all been really fun, so yeah.
Are you sold in the cracker section or snack section or chip section? Where do you
Position
play?
usually?
Yeah.
Great question. So Whole Foods has been a really key strategic partner for us and really supportive. And where they used to place us, or still do in a lot of regions, was in the raw food section because we are raw. So we loved that because we were categorized with other, and placed with other really high-end products. So the price would automatically be justified by consumers coming into that section. Now with the degradation and removal of the raw section, I would say that for sure we've seen some placement in crackers. We've also been moved to slat wall and kind of fruit snacks. So we could totally be placed in like your bulk sections. So sometimes we're seeing that in produce. So it's kind of all over the map, and we're still doing some testing, and I'm sure it will continue into 2017 with the degradation of the raw section to kind of see where the products do best with consumer feedback and sales.
I would recommend that you pick a place and really embrace it and
Yeah.
communicate where people can find it. I've seen products where if you can't find them, then the consumer can't buy them. And
No, for sure, yeah.
So really, embracing that will be a great thing for you.
Yes.
A native Canadian, you get brownie points in my book for extra
Represent.
points. Canadian. So what's the growth plan in terms of types of retailers? Like, where would you want to see this 3 years, 5 years from now? What's, where should this live on the shelf, to Brendan's question, and which stores would you want to be in?
Yeah, so we definitely want to continue to saturate the market in natural and build some street cred there, of course. So that's really our focus right now. As I said, scalability is a little bit of a problem, but in 3 to 5 years, we would obviously love to move more into mainstream retailers, and we have had some really great meetings with some in Canada at least, and in the United States. I'm sure we'll have those over the next 1 to 2 years. I know Starbucks gave us a call in, well, not call, email in Canada, but and then they don't call. And then in the US, of course, we would love to partner with, Costco, those types of really great organic retailers for sure at some point. Yeah.
How do people eat it? Are they eating it with cracker or with cheese? Are they like what day part, what occasion are they consuming it?
Great question. So the sweet ones, I'd say that they could be eaten obviously as is, out of the bag, on the go. They can also be eaten dipped with, like as a cracker, topped with, nut butters and things like that, which is great. And because they're grain-free and they're already sweet and they have fat, fiber, and protein, a lot of people have been utilizing them as kind of a granola alternative on yogurts or just as a top of cereal, oatmeal, stuff like that, which we also encourage. And some people even use them as a smoothie topper or like those smoothie bowl toppers to add some crunch and extra micronutrients. The savory ones, of course, they're a cracker, or you could utilize them as a grain-free crouton in a salad.
With that, I think we are out of time. I apologize.
Sorry, way over time, sorry.
That's okay. Lots of great insight into your brand. Thank you.